Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a look here at Avalanche, double checking a couple of key factors here. Congrats to our community members who got in at that short at 27.50. We took that trade yesterday, and our target here is about 26.30. And I'll explain why that is a target, of course, but congrats as well to good little shorts here from ICP. We took two separate trades, 25%, 27% for the other. Been excited to be able to short a lot of good coins here that have been like range bound, breaking like these lower trends, but most of them have this bearish rectangle forming. Okay, this one did, of course, ICP did as well, so they're very similar. That's why I bring that up. But what we'll do is we'll talk a bit about that. We also have a bearish type of pennant here, which generally break to the downside, which it did. Okay, so again, a lot of cool little patterns that are working out the way that they should. And it's nice when that actually happens. Now, again, Bitcoin kind of pulling back, that's a lot to do with it, okay? It's not, a lot of these trades I've been taking to the downside have been under the impression Bitcoin's going to continue to pull back. So again, while there's no guarantees, the odds are much higher if you know the overall trend for Bitcoin. So if you don't already know that yourself, you should watch my Bitcoin videos daily. I've been getting a lot of good feedback there from most of my community, so deeply appreciate that. Thank you again so much for hitting the like button, commenting below if you get a chance, and just helping grow the channel, getting this in front of more people who deserve it, right? Because I think that there's way too many moon boys out there, and it's just a really, really sad state of events here. I mean, cryptocurrency, people seem to think that it's just a get-rich-quick thing. I mean, it can happen, but it's super odd and super rare, so whatever. Anyways, I've been trading for 20 years. If you're curious, CryptoCache.tech is a site. Got a trading academy, community, and signals group. So we got a lot of liquidation on the upside. We can't avoid the fact that $30 is a pretty heavy concentration liquidation. There's quite a lot. In fact, we look at the liquidation, somewhere in the range of about 200 million. Okay, that's quite a lot. Okay. However, we zoom in a little bit further, we can see $26. There's 430 million right at that one level. And that doesn't even go into consideration, if that's not even considering roughly about right there between 24 and 25. That's at least $1.2 billion right there. Okay, so there's a lot of reasons or incentive for the price to continue lower, mainly because of those reasons. So just keep in mind, those are some serious normal things in the back end that people can't always see unless you're looking for it. And those are areas of interest for the whales. They typically always push the price action to those areas. And once that level is swept, they just turn it right around and go the opposite direction. Okay. So I know it kind of feels weird to short a coin that's been, that did really well recently, right? Or just more important, hard to short a coin that feels like it's at its bottom. I get that. You never really try to short the bottom. That's why we're in a little earlier. But there's a lot of contributing factors telling us the price is going to continue lower. So let's look at this here. Let's look at, first of all, we want to acknowledge on the daily time frame, the point of control is $26. So that's exactly why we have our take profit target just above 26, because we don't want to try to get super greedy and try to take profit in a massive support zone. Okay. So again, there's a lot of support at 26, strong likelihood the price is going to recover from there. That's if we even get there. Truthfully, if Bitcoin doesn't continue lower, we may not. So anyone who took my trade, the short trade yesterday, I might recommend adjusting your stop loss into profit just to be on the safe side. You never truly know. I mean, it's not an exact, not an exact market, right? And the market is susceptible to manipulation. But let's talk about the reasons why I think it's okay to hold it open. We are under 50 on the RSI, which is very standard for a bearish type of divergence. Again, we only broke above 50 on the RSI for that quick little pump up that inevitably dumped down. Okay. Looking at the money flow index is pulling back. Stochastic RSI is almost bottoming out, and we can see MACD is now diverging here for 3 days in a row. Okay, so there's a lot of momentum shifts that has occurred, and if we take a look at our SMAs, let's double check that as well. This is another reason why I feel, I feel pretty confident. So let's get this back to normal. There we go. I feel confident that taking that short trade is viable because, again, we have a lot of momentous types of scenarios here. But overall, if we look at the moving averages, the 50 and the 20, those are like two of the most important ones on the daily and 4 hour to kind of give you an indication of what momentum has shifted. Being below that level leads me to believe that we're going to stay here for a little while longer. Okay, it's very common for the price to continue much lower once you've lost those levels, and those are generally good support ranges. Okay, so again, the moving averages are not great on the daily. We take a look at the 4 hour; it's roughly the same. We lost a 200-day SMA. We were losing that when we took our trade yesterday, and we've lost all other moving averages. You combine all of that with being under 50 on the RSI, stochastic swinging down, money flow index low, and MACD diverging, there's no reason not to take that trade, right? It's like, it's kind of a shoe-in, so to speak. All the more reason to not take a long position right now. I know it seems kind of crazy. It's like, okay, great, we got a double bottom, just gonna take it long. I don't think we're truly bottomed out yet. This, again, just me personally. There's no reason for the price to recover based on the technical standpoint. But once more, your heart desires what it wants, right? So if your heart is telling you to take a long position right now, go ahead and do that and let me know how it works out. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at the Ichimoku cloud on the hourly and confirm here too as well that every single indicator is screaming bearish divergence, and that you're more likely to find success shorting than you are taking along. Now, I wouldn't recommend a short at this exact moment because I don't think there's a tremendous amount of profit left unless Bitcoin dumps to 64K. If Bitcoin continues to hold this range at 66,000, I do think that AVAX will continue to progress sideways and potentially retest this level. So let's just clarify a couple of things. This more recent low, as you can see, has been retested once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, lost it on the 5th. And there's probably more like 10 attempts there if you itemize them, but generally speaking, there's a lot of attempts to break that level, and eventually it did. What happened? Big surprise, price comes back up for a bearish back test of that descending trend line, or sorry, the horizontal trend line, and then the price continues lower. So really, really common for that to occur. Once that's happened, you can find a lot more success going down than up here. So the key takeaway here is that AVAX needs to close soundly on the daily at 27.25 or higher for us to be able to have any kind of confirmation that it's back on track tentatively. And we do take a look at the TPO. This is kind of the time price opportunity, letting us know that at this point, $27 even is that point of control for today. We're at 26.73. So unless we close at 27 or higher, much more preferred 27.30 or higher, we have no reason to take a long position. Okay. Again, a lot of reasons it's not ideal or advantageous to consider trading this coin to the upside for the moment. Perhaps in the future that'll change, but for right now, AVAX is trash. And again, if you take offense to that, you probably shouldn't be watching, because that is nothing to do with the fundamentals for a coin. And if you are emotionally biased on any type of trading chart because you believe in it or you're invested in it, you're doing it wrong. I recommend you watch my Trading Academy videos, my university videos, and just recommend watching those over and over until it sinks in. Emotional trading is the it's not a good thing, okay? I don't know how to describe it correctly, but I can tell you that if you use your emotions to trade, you're kind of being an idiot. There's no other way around it. Okay, so don't be an idiot. Be smart. Learn to trade better. And if you want more, an awesome community, people, just kind of supporting you, helping you out, and just having a really good experience, CryptoCache.tech is the site, link down below. I've got new membership packages coming next month. It's going to be awesome for the trade alerts, of course, because these are provided specifically for our members to make sure you understand my insight on the coins after I review them, and those are provided to our members, so it's really cool. Okay, anyways, got good feedback from that. That's the only reason I mention it. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks so much for your time. Join us over on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, or YouTube, TikTok now, Shorts. A lot of fun there, and obviously BitUnix too, folks. These guys are an awesome exchange. No KYC or VPN required. Check them out. Thanks so much for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.